the Jaguar Simola Hillclimb has become the premier event in the country. The guys are excited to come down every year. There's a great camaraderie. And yeah, it's one of the few events in the year where we get to ride these cars nowadays because they're specialist hill climb cars.
Strip away the functionality and practicality of a road car, add in copious amounts of performance upgrades, and what you're left with is some of the loudest, most aggressive and fastest purpose-built machines to ever grace an MSA-sanctioned event. Nestled in the meandering hills of Knysna, you'll find the Jaguar Simola Hillclimb, a petrolhead's haven that promises nothing but sheer motoring bliss. The Hillclimb is a celebration of South Africa's sprawling car culture, our very own Goodwood Festival of Speed, if you like. Currently in its 9th running, this event delivers enthralling competition above all else, and every year the cars keep getting faster.
I think 3 or 4 years ago, with the times that we did, I'd have been in the podium in the top 10. Now we're battling to get into the top 10, but I think it's good for motorsport.
Indeed, the ferocious tenacity of the competitors produce some outstanding driving, with everyone jostling for one of the 10 positions in each class, who then go through to the final shootout. By the end of qualifiers, however, it was all still to play for. In the single-seater and sports car class, Robert Volk was leading the way in his A1 GP Ferrari, posting a time of 42.25 seconds. In the road and supercar class, Richard Roots, piloting a stock Nissan GTR R35, had a marginal lead over Davy Olivier in his snarling Jaguar F-Type SVR, with less than a second separating the two. Over in the modified saloons, things weren't as cut and dry, with an unlikely competitor rising to the challenge.
It was my first time here. I just decided to come and give it a shot this year, and we did quite well for the first time out, so I'm very happy. I had this car for a couple of years now. Previously it had a 2.2 Honda motor in, and I've rebuilt the whole car a year ago. Put a V6 in, sequential gearbox, proper AP brakes, and just upgraded the car from the old car. We started out on Saturday morning, battle with the car was misfiring the whole day. Today everything came right, we changed the injectors and we won our class today, and now we're going to the top 10 finals. So I'm very chuffed with that, very happy.
Charles and his modified Lotus Elise are tackling Wilhelm Baard, a stalwart of the Jaguar Simola Hillclimb. Although Wilhelm was equipped with a beastly Nissan GTR R35, it was Charles who took top honours at the end of qualifiers, with a time of 40.17 seconds, more than 10 seconds faster than Wilhelm. But anything can happen in motor racing, and we weren't about to bet on a winner just yet. Nissan wasn't just battling this year's climb with extraterrestrial-looking GTRs. Instead, they wanted to showcase what the future of the event could look like with their all-electric Nismo Leaf.
Well, it's never been done, so we are the first manufacturer to enter all-electric vehicle into an MSA-sanctioned event, and that's why we brought the Simola Hillclimb. It's stock standard, so it's an 80 kilowatt, 280 Newton meter electric motor, standard from the road car. They changed the front engine, front wheel drive that's in the normal road car to a rear engine, rear wheel drive. So that's the biggest difference between the road car and the race car. And then obviously the carbon fiber body, fully carbon fiber, weighing in at 930 kilograms. This is almost like a go-kart. It doesn't have the speed necessarily, but the cornering speed is a lot of fun. So we started out with a 102 yesterday, cold conditions, very early, also my first time on the hill. And currently we're sitting at a 56.6 in qualifying, so I'm trying to break into the 55 barrier. So for most of the people it sounds slow, but for me it's quite an achievement.
While Nissan was challenging the current status quo with their Nismo Leaf, their entourage of GTRs were in fine form as they mastered the snaking piece of tarmac to claim a resounding victory in both the modified saloons and road and supercar classes. Richard Roots claimed first position in the road and supercar class, posting a time of 44.89 seconds, while Davy Olivier came in a second later in his Jaguar F-Type SVR. Wilhelm Baard courageously fought back and took home the gold medal with a blistering time of 39.46 seconds, 0.056 of Charles' time in his Lotus Elise. And in the single-seaters, Andre Bezuidenhout came out on top with a record-breaking time of 35.52 seconds. With 2018 being widely regarded as one of the best renditions of the Jaguar Simola Hillclimb to date, one cannot help but wait with bated breath to see what the event will serve up next year. One thing you can be sure of, though, is that Nissan will be making more than a few headlines.